Hi, it's Made by Mommy, and today I'm going to show you a new bracelet design for Rainbow Loom's Monster Tail. The Monster Tail is available today for orders on rainbowloom.com. It costs $6.99, and the package comes with this small portable mini loom that's set up in a round shape. And the loom comes with a new hook and a mini loom along with a bag of 600 mixed color bands. So I actually think this is a pretty good deal because if you were to buy the replacement hook with the mini loom, that would normally be $3.19. A bag of 600 bands is now $2.49. So the Monster Tail, after those two things, is only really almost $1.31 or something like that. So it's a very inexpensive purchase if you would benefit from having an extra hook around the house and a bag of mixed colors. And it's just sort of a fun new thing to try. So I'm going to show you a bracelet that I came up with that is like the fishtail, but takes advantage of the shape of this loom and uses 3 pegs instead of 2. So I think I'll call it the tri-fish, but I'll see in the comments if any of you have better suggestions and I'll update the video accordingly. So to start creating your tri-fish, you're going to need to decide what colors you want to use. I've done 2 examples here with 3 colors, 1 example with 2 colors. You can use as many colors as you'd like for this. You'll need, on average, about 75 rubber bands to make an average size bracelet. A few more, a few less if you like to wear it loose or tight, but 75 is what fits me. To begin making the bracelet, you want to pick the first color in your pattern, and you're going to loop it, twist, loop it on the peg, and then twist and put over the last one, like that. That is the trickiest rubber band placement of this whole pattern, because now, after doing that, you simply lay a rubber band on top in the next color you want. And then you lay another rubber band on top until you have 3 with no twisting at all. So you'll look like this to begin. And just like when you were doing a regular fishtail, you take the rubber band from the bottom and you bring it to the top. And next spot, take the rubber band from the bottom and bring it to the top. And guess what you do on the 3rd peg? You take the rubber band from the bottom and you put it on the top. Then slide them down because you don't want these popping off. And you're going to put the next rubber band you need in your pattern. I'm going, the purple, turquoise, pink. So I put a pink on top, and then take from the bottom, bring it up, take from the bottom, take from the bottom, and add the next rubber band in your pattern. And again, and again, and again. Got to be careful in the beginning not to pop it off. When it's a little bit longer, it's sort of easier to tug from underneath. But at this stage, we just got to make sure we keep using our thumb to push that down. And add another rubber band. Bring the one from the bottom up. And really, that's all there is to this design. You just keep doing that over and over and over until you have the length that you want for your bracelet, for your necklace, or if you're making a keychain. You just keep going. Now, I'm not going to make you watch me do this over that many times because it's basically repeating the same step 75 times in a row for a bracelet. I'm just going to show you a few more times until the length is long enough to sort of tug from underneath. And then we'll just sort of skip ahead to how to finish it off once all the length is there. The one thing that concerns me about this monster tail is, oh my goodness, if I used all of these pegs to make a bracelet, man, that bracelet's going to need a lot of rubber bands. This one with 75 bands for a bracelet isn't so bad, and it doesn't take too long, but wow, I'm sure people are going to come up with designs that take a whole bag of rubber bands to complete. So we've got a little more length. You'll see it coming together underneath. I'm just going to catch the pink ones because that was the first rubber band that was on, and give a tug down, and you'll see the bracelet forming. So adding the next color in my pattern, I've got pink, purple, so now it's my turquoise. So now that you have that length there, every time you put one on, just grab the bracelet from underneath and tug, and you won't have to worry about the whole thing popping off. Because it does actually, since you're working from the outside, you know, these looms have a little lip, but the lip's on the other side of the curve. So every now and then, if I don't watch, you know, one of these will come up on top. I'll have to just fix that. But so far, so good this time around. So tug and keep on going until you have the length. So if you've repeated a whole bunch of times, you should now have a length similar to mine. I'm going to add one more band on here, and then I'm going to show you how I finish it off. So again, even with all this length, we're just doing the same thing over and over again. We add one rubber band on, and then we take the one from the bottom around all three corners and tug down to try and keep it from popping up. And so now, when we're ready to finish it off, we'll have two bands on each of our pegs. We're not going to add another rubber band. We're going to take the bottom one and bring it in just over that one rubber band. Like that. So now there's just one rubber band on each of the pegs. We're now going to take two rubber bands from the sides and bring them all onto this peg at the top. Now, some people, when they're finishing off their designs, would go ahead and put the C-clip on these three bands. You're welcome to do that, but my hesitation with that approach is that if the C-clip comes off, which does happen, then you're at risk of losing some of the length of your bracelet. So what I suggest you do instead, you'll see how there are three bands now on this one loop. I would reach in to get that bottom loop and pull it through the center of the other two, and then pop them all off like that. So you've created a knot. And now you do not need to worry if your C-clip comes off, because that will stay together. But when you're ready to wear your bracelet, you'll simply attach the C-clip here, and you'll attach a C-clip to these 3 pink bands. The easiest way that I've found to get the C-clip onto these 3 bands is to use my hook to go through all 3, and then I can pull it tight so that it's easier, oops, flying away. So it's easier to get hooked in all 3 at once. And then I pull out my hook. The other side, much more straightforward. Just pull and you can pop that on. So I hope you enjoyed making the monster tail tri-fish bracelet with me today. As you can see, make it with 3 colors, you can make it with 2 colors, you can make it with 10 colors. It's up to you. I'm sure you will all come up with really cool patterns. And if you liked making this bracelet with me, I'd suggest you check out my channel for all sorts of fun designs, both on and off the loom. I have a number of bracelets, but I have even more charms, like the cupcake and the lollipop, the smiley face, and the duck, and candy corn, and tuxedo. So plenty of projects for you to try. Please comment below to let me know if you'd like to see me make more designs on the monster tail. I'll be waiting to hear from you on that. And I hope you'll subscribe to know when I post additional videos. Thank you again for watching, and happy looming!